Imagine a thriving city, a jewel of the Silk Road, swallowed whole by the desert, vanishing for over 1,000 years. This isn't a myth. It's the real story of LouLan, the Oriental Pompeii. Buried under the sands of China's harsh Tarim Basin, this ancient kingdom was once a bustling crossroads where east met west. Then one day, it simply disappeared. What happened to this vibrant oasis? And what secrets did it take to its sandy grave? Join me as we journey back in time to uncover the incredible saga of the lost city of LouLan. In its heyday, LouLan, or Crorena as its people called it, was a critical stop on the legendary Silk Road. Picture caravans laden with silk, spices, and treasures, resting here before facing the treacherous desert ahead. It was more than just a rest stop. It was a melting pot of cultures. Walk through its streets, and you'd see Buddhist monks from India, merchants from Central Asia, and officials from the Chinese Han Dynasty. This incredible blend is visible in the artifacts left behind. Buddhist stupas stand near buildings filled with Han-style documents, and local scripts like Kharosthi were used alongside Chinese. It was a truly international city, a hub of commerce, ideas, and faiths. But this strategic position also made LouLan a pawn in a much larger game. The powerful Han Dynasty to the east and the nomadic Xiongnu to the north both vied for control over this vital corridor. The kingdom of LouLan was caught in the middle, trying to survive by balancing its alliances. This delicate dance came to a dramatic end in 77 BCE. Feeling that LouLan was leaning too far towards their rivals, the Han Dynasty sent an envoy on a deadly mission. In a bold and ruthless act, the envoy, Fujiezi, assassinated the king of LouLan and installed a pro-Han puppet ruler on the throne. The kingdom was renamed Shanshan, and from that moment on, it fell firmly under Chinese imperial control. With its political fate sealed, LouLan, now Shanshan, continued to thrive for several more centuries under Han protection. The Silk Road trade boomed, and the city remained a beacon of civilization in the desert. But an even greater threat was looming, one that no army could defeat: nature itself. The very lifeblood of the city, the Tarim River, and the vast Lop Nur lake it fed, began to change course. Slowly but surely, the river shifted, and the lake began to dry up. The once fertile land around LouLan started to turn to dust. Sand dunes, pushed by relentless winds, began their slow, unstoppable march towards the city walls. The desert was reclaiming its own. By around the 4th century CE, the situation had become catastrophic. The water sources were gone, the fields were barren, and sandstorms raged with increasing fury. The people of LouLan were faced with an impossible choice: stay and perish, or abandon the home their ancestors had built over centuries. They chose to leave. In what must have been a heartbreaking exodus, the entire population packed what they could and walked away, leaving their city to the mercy of the elements. LouLan was swiftly buried by sand, its streets, temples, and homes disappearing from sight and eventually from memory. For the next 1,500 years, it was as if the city had never existed. It became a legend, a ghost city whispered about by travelers and poets. Then, in the year 1900, a Swedish explorer named Sven Hedin was leading an expedition through the forbidding Sea of Death, the Taklamakan Desert. A lost shovel led one of his guides back to a spot they had passed, where he stumbled upon wooden carvings and ancient structures emerging from the sand. Hayden realized he had found something extraordinary. He had rediscovered the lost city of LouLan. The news sent shockwaves around the world, igniting a global fascination with this forgotten civilization. Archaeologists flocked to the site, eager to unearth its secrets. What they found was a city frozen in time. Excavations revealed a remarkably well-planned settlement with a distinct square layout. One of the most prominent structures was a 10-meter-tall Buddhist stupa, a testament to the city's spiritual life. They also uncovered the remains of a key administrative building, famously dubbed the three-room house. Inside, they found a treasure trove of documents written on wooden slips. These weren't just grand royal decrees. They were records of daily life, tax collections, military dispatches, legal disputes, even personal letters. These slips provided an unprecedented, intimate glimpse into how the city was run and what life was like for its inhabitants 2 millennia ago. It was like reading a lost chapter of human history. Among the most astonishing and poignant discoveries were the mummies of LouLan. Due to the extremely dry, salty soil, the bodies of the city's former residents were naturally preserved in incredible detail. The most famous of these is the Beauty of LouLan, a woman who lived nearly 4,000 years ago, even before the city's Silk Road prominence. Her European features, long eyelashes, and finely woven clothing challenged our understanding of the early people who inhabited this region, proving it has been a crossroads for different peoples for millennia. These silent witnesses connect us directly to the ancient world, their peaceful expressions telling a story of a life lived and lost in the desert. Today, the ruins of LouLan are a protected, yet fragile national treasure. The same forces that buried it, wind and sand, now threaten to erode what has been uncovered. The site's remote location also makes it a target for looters who seek to steal its priceless artifacts. To combat this, dedicated cultural protection teams patrol the vast, lonely desert every single day, guarding the legacy of LouLan against modern threats. Meanwhile, carefully managed tourism allows a limited number of people to witness its haunting beauty, ensuring the site is preserved for future generations. LouLan's story is a powerful reminder of the fragility of civilization and the unstoppable power of nature. It was a city that bridged worlds, a vibrant hub of trade and culture that flourished against all odds in one of the world's most inhospitable environments. Its sudden and complete disappearance earned it the title of the Oriental Pompeii, a mythical place that captures the imagination. But LouLan is more than just a myth. It is a real place that tells a profound story of human ambition, cultural exchange, and the eternal struggle between humanity and the environment. Its rediscovery has opened a window into a lost world, reminding us that even when a city is buried, its story can never be truly erased. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey to the lost city of LouLan. If you enjoyed this exploration into the mysteries of the past, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next adventure. See you next time.